Breaking news, here we go. We're learning that Secretary of State Pompeo has spoken to his Russian counterpart about their involvement in Venezuela, telling Russia, quote, cease its unconstructive behavior. Now, that's a reference to the two Russian planes that landed in Caracas carrying troops and military equipment. Pompeo is on it. All right, joining us now, American Defense International Chair Van Hipp. What do you make of this? That sounds like a, hey, knock it off, Russia.
Good, Stuart. It's time to get tough with Russia. Let's go back to what happened on Friday. On Friday, it was revealed that the top brass of Venezuela, of Maduro's army, was beginning to have conversations with our allies, including Colombia and Brazil, about switching sides. Right after that, lo and behold, is when the two planes took off from Russia, landed in Caracas on Saturday, 100 of Russian troops, 35 tons of equipment, and yes, the chief of staff actually of Russia's ground forces on the ground. Look, if it was not for Russia right now, Maduro would be gone. 82% of the people have had it, and by most estimates, the majority of the military has had it. It's all about the top brass. They're beginning to teeter, and they're just propping them up at this point.
I'm glad you're with us this morning to be on top of this, because this is a breaking and developing story, and I'm glad for your input. Now, the top general in the country, Joe Dunford, chair of the Joint Chiefs, he wants to meet with Google about their work with China. Now, that's an escalation. I mean, when the chair of the Joint Chiefs says, hey, Google, I want to talk to you, that's a serious thing.
Well, actually, I think it's Google wants to meet with him because this chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and thank God we got a guy like this with the backbone to call out Google. He has said that if you're working to advance Chinese military technology, that's not in the national interest of this country. And he's called them out all last week. They want to meet. And, of course, Google's spokesman says, well, we're not working with the Chinese military. Well, either they are extremely naive or they're purposefully turning the other way, because anytime you do business in China, they have someone from the Chinese Communist Party in your business that's a liaison right back to the Chinese military. If I'm General Dunford, I would hope he would go a step further and say, Google, you want to meet? I'm happy to meet with you, but under one condition. You've got to take a class on civics and American history and understand what it means to be an American and what this country's about. Because what you're doing right now is against the interest of this country.
The general should just tell Google, hey, whose side are you on?
Amen.
You know?
Amen.
What's wrong with that?
Amen.
I hope the meeting takes place, and I hope Mr. Dunford does what he's got to do. Van Hipp, thanks very much for being with us. Perfect timing on your part. We appreciate it.
Great to be with you.
Yes, sir.